There are several factors considered when measuring the military strength of a country. Some of these factors include defense budget allocation, military personnel capacity and manpower, training, and military equipment. In this video, we are going to look at the top 10 African countries with the strongest militaries based on these factors. It is important, however, to note that there is no definitive way of ranking the strongest militaries in Africa, as different sources use different criteria and weightings. Without further ado, let's look at the top 10 African countries with the strongest militaries based on the factors listed at the beginning of this video. Number 10, Angola. With an annual defense budget of over 3.5 billion USD, Angola has the 10th strongest military in the African continent. Its military capacity has 107,000 active troops and an additional 500,000 reserve troops. In addition to personnel, the Angolan military has access to modern military equipments such as fighter jets, tanks, and artillery. The Angolan military has been involved in several conflicts, including the ongoing conflict in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Angolan Civil War. Number 9, Tanzania. With an annual defense budget of over 600 million USD, the Tanzanian military is the 9th strongest in the continent. Tanzania has over 30,000 active troops and an additional 50,000 reserve troops. The Tanzanian military also has access to modern fighting equipments such as tanks, fighter jets, and artillery. The Tanzanian military has been involved in several peacekeeping missions in Sudan and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Number 8, Kenya. With an annual defense budget of over 800 million USD, the Kenyan military comes 8th in the continent. Kenya has a military capacity of 24,000 active troops and an additional 5,000 reserve troops that have access to advanced modern fighting equipments such as fighter jets, tanks, and artillery. The Kenyan military has been crucial in bringing peace to the neighboring countries of Somalia and South Sudan. Number 7, Sudan. With an annual defense budget of approximately 2.2 billion USD, the Sudanese military is the 7th strongest in the continent. Sudan's military capacity has 109,000 active troops and an additional 150,000 reserve troops. The Sudan military has been involved in several conflicts, including the ongoing conflict in Darfur. Number 6, Morocco. With an annual defense budget of about 3.4 billion USD, Morocco comes 6th as the African country with the strongest military. The country has one of the largest military troops with 200,000 active troops and 150,000 reserve troops. The Moroccan military also has access to advanced modern military equipments such as fighter jets, tanks, and artillery. The military was heavily involved in the Western Sahara conflict. Number 5, Ethiopia. With an annual defense budget of over 400 million USD, the Ethiopian military is the 5th strongest in the continent. Ethiopia also has one of the largest military troops with 180,000 active troops and 150,000 reserve troops with access to advanced military equipments. The military has been involved in several conflicts such as the ongoing Ethiopian Civil War and the conflict in Somalia. Number 4, Nigeria. With an annual defense budget of approximately 2.4 billion USD, the Nigerian military is the 4th strongest in the continent with 120,000 active troops and 80,000 reserve troops. The Nigerian military equally has access to modern fighting equipments, which has been crucial in tackling the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeastern part of the country. Number 3. South Africa. South Africa allocates a whopping 4.3 billion USD to its defense budget, and as such, you would expect the country's military to appear in the top 3 strongest militaries in the continent. The country has 78,000 active troops and an additional 17,000 reserve troops that have access to advanced modern fighting equipments, including submarines, fighter jets, tanks, and artillery. The majority of these fighting equipments are sourced from Russia. The military has been involved in several conflicts, such as in Mozambique and the ongoing conflict in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Mali. Number 2. Algeria. With an annual defense budget of about 10 billion USD, the heaviest defense budget in the continent, Algeria has the second strongest military in Africa. The country also has one of the largest military troops with 130,000 active troops and 150,000 reserve troops. With this amount of budget, Algeria has accumulated the largest arsenal of advanced modern military equipments, including fighter jets, tanks, and artillery. The country's military was involved in the Algerian Civil War and the ongoing conflict in Mali. And finally, topping the list of the top 10 African countries with the strongest militaries is Egypt. Egypt has the largest standing army in the African continent with 450,000 active troops and 800,000 reserve troops. With an annual defense budget of about 4.4 billion USD, the country has managed to accumulate a large arsenal of advanced fighting equipments, including submarines, fighter jets, and tanks. The country's military has been involved in several conflicts, including the Gulf War and the ongoing conflict in Yemen. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe as I bring you more information on the African continent, people, and culture.